Alrighty, we continue here on TYT Sports. So this story has now resurfaced. Many were saying that this came out previously. Spoiler, it has. But if you haven't heard it yet, you should hear it now. So JaMarcus Russell, as we know, didn't really care about football. He was just good at football. It's like Dwight Howard with basketball. Like, doesn't really care about the game. He's just naturally good at it. Except the weird thing, and I'll get to JaMarcus Russell in a second, I have never seen someone like Dwight Howard, who has literally the biggest shoulders I've ever seen, wants to be the focal point of an NBA team, yet still in like his 13th year, looks as raw as a 14-year-old who just picked up a basketball with low post moves. Regardless, JaMarcus Russell authored the best pro day Mike Mayock had ever seen in 2007. So why wouldn't the NFL Network draft analysts touch Russell in the first round of that draft? Well, here's why. The guy doesn't care about football, is what Mike Mayock said and told the Dan Patrick Show. The guy doesn't care about football. He doesn't have the passion for the game, doesn't have the work ethic. I don't want him. Remember, he was the #1 pick. #1 pick. The coaches, here's where the entire story, let me set this up. Here's where the entire story comes full circle, okay? JaMarcus Russell, knowing that about with what Mike Mayock said, the coaches were like, let's just try this out. And let's just see if he really cares about the game. So here's what Chris Wessling wrote years ago. The coaches would send JaMarcus Russell home with a game plan DVD loaded with plays and ideas to study. Suspecting that their bonus baby quarterback was skipping his homework, the coaches slipped in a blank DVD one day. When Russell returned, he reportedly said the game plan looked good to him. I'm gonna skip ahead here because the whole Randall Cunningham thing is weird. So here's a former player, this is the first video, who displayed this exact same story and validating what Chris Wessling said. Former Oakland Raider, Rich Eisen was out for whatever reason. He hosts and goes over this JaMarcus Russell story, one of two. Here's the first part.
Here's our quarterback of the future. What is he gonna do? And so we're all sitting there like, we can't wait. We're kind of on our, on the edge. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? And I remember he pulls out, I would say at least $5,000 in ones in cash and literally made the entire meeting room rain. I mean, he threw dollars on. I mean, it was just flooded.
My apologies. That was the first video of JaMarcus Russell just not caring about money. So here is the second part of the Rich Eisen show.
Coach DeFilippo said, look, JaMarcus, we've got about 15, 20 plays that we want for this week. Here's a DVD for you. Tonight, I want you to watch these, okay? Because tomorrow, this is what we're gonna go with the game plan. But we feel like these are the best for you and what your skill set can do. So you look at these plays and then tomorrow, you tell me which ones you like, which ones you don't like. So JaMarcus is like, cool, he takes the DVD. So the next day they come to practice, come to the facility. Say, hey, JaMarcus, hey, how's that DVD? Did you look at it? He's like, oh, coach, all the plays. I'm good. Whatever you want to run, let's do it. I like him. He said, okay, which ones you like? 5 of them? Do you like 6 of them? 10 of them? How much you like? Coach, whatever. I saw them, that we good. We ready to go. I can do them all. And Coach DeFilippo was kind of looking around and was like, it was a blank DVD. So he didn't watch the DVD, but he told everybody, oh, y'all watched it. I did. And that's when I think they kind of knew like, uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Former Raiders linebacker Kirk Morrison is who that was.
Oh, man.
So before I get into more JaMarcus.
6 year, $61 million contract with the Oakland Raiders, which included $32 million guaranteed.
My God, man.
That's when they realized they made a minimum $32 million mistake.
Al Davis made a minimum $32 million mistake.
Oh, man.
God rest his soul, but man.
You know what? We just talked in a different video about Alfonso McKinney. I want to call him McKinnis for some reason. McKinney. And the amount of work ethic he had to have to get to where he is with the Warriors now and the ups and downs and the readiness and preparedness and mental toughness to get where he is. Talk about a 180.
Totally. Great point.
How much different was this? He got the money right up front, Russell now. And he gets the money up front, and then once you're in the league, there's no thought of, how long can I stay in the league?
Right.
I like these $32 million. I'd like to make another $32 million. I'd like to make the full $61 million. And then after that, I'd like another 6-year contract. I'd like another 6 years as a veteran.
Seriously.
Make another tens of millions of dollars.
And if you could just stay in shape as a quarterback and show that you cared and worked hard, you could at least be Nathan Peterman.
Or if nothing else, at least get in the league.
You could be Derek Anderson. You could be any Bills quarterback.
I mean, if nothing else, again, I don't know how you're this level of an athlete. He was extremely talented. We talked about the 70-yard pass. People like talk about him. He could throw sitting down. Don't you like winning?
You would think, yeah.
But I guess the confidence is I can do whatever I want and I'll still win.
Right.
Except when you started losing, don't you then go, okay, I got to reset?
No, not in this guy's DNA. So we continue. JaMarcus Russell's work ethic was constantly under fire. Last year, and this is in 2010, notice the date. Bottom right. Last year, he was fined for being overweight, by some estimates carrying 300 pounds on his 6'6" frame. He was once so out of shape, he was gas running from sideline to sideline. His reputation in league circles as being unprofessional was pronounced. Former teammate Dominic Rhodes, veteran NFL player, said on ESPN's Outside the Lines, again in 2010, that Russell even fell asleep in meetings, and he seemingly has a thing for the club.
Yep.
And trips to Vegas. Here's what he said. In the NFL, my first year, I had to be there at 6:30 a.m. before practice and be on the treadmill for an hour. Then meetings come, I sit down, eat my fruit, we watch film, and maybe I got tired. Things weren't going right, and it felt sometimes like everything fell back on me. I take some responsibility, but I was one guy. I may have missed a throw, but I didn't give up 42 points. I didn't miss a block. Well, hot damn.
When he said,
talk about not ever owning it.
When he said he got on the treadmill and then he ate his fruit, the fruit he meant was Fruit and Nerds, Fruit Starburst.
Dried fruit with sugar.
Fruit Skittles.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Fruit flavored.
I think he hit the nail on the head, which was he didn't really care. Like, he could have been good. He just didn't really care to be great. And that separates some athletes from many others. Alrighty, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below on JaMarcus Russell. Subscribe to TYT Sports, why don't you? Do you know what you could get for $4.99? Maybe one pack of Skittles. You know what's better? A lot of content. So download the TYT app, available on iOS and Android.